Okay, it's time to check on these package bees for 2026. We're about week 14, and it's going to check and make sure how they're doing after this newspaper combination method I did last week. Trying to sneak in between the rain, so I am going to be a little bit efficient here because it's been the name of the game here in southern Indiana this year is beekeeping between the rain. And so this looks better already. There's population up here in the inner cover. I've seen a bunch of newspaper on the front there where they've hauled it out. And really what I want to make sure is that I'm sure the newspaper is gone, but I really just want to make sure that the queen is still in here. Nothing happened to her during that combination sequence. Get this frame out of the way. So this is much better. There's bees all on, at least on all of the frames, even out here to the edge. And so hopefully there's some eggs up here because this was the queenless part of this combination. This top deep had all the extra bees in it. And I can see all the way down to the bottom box. So all the newspaper is totally gone. I'll show you that here in just a second, but let's find out if she's laying here first. And she may have just stayed in the bottom box, but we'll find out. A lot of this is nectar and pollen. So that was the other thing that this hive really needed. They had swarmed themselves one too many times and were getting weak, and they were having a hard time. When the population gets behind the curve, they have a really hard time sustaining in the dearth. And we have just entered the dearth here in this area. We're still getting rain, obviously, and so we have a better clover bloom than what we normally do, but they have a hard time when they fall behind in population. They have a hard time sustaining, and then definitely have a hard time building up for the winter time. And so it's better to combine early, build the population. The population works more cohesively. They can, more specialize on tasks. And so here's the queen. So there's mom. She's up here in this top box right there. And she's laying eggs. There's eggs in all of these, and she's working, going to town, just like we want to see. Obviously, everybody is happy here in this box, so they're not fighting. So the combination of these two deep boxes worked exactly as it needed to. I'm going to put this back, and then I do want to show you what it looks like because it is kind of funny. When the bees, when you put a whole layer of newspaper between these two boxes, and this has been about a week or whatever for between this check, but literally the only thing that's going to be left is just where the bees could not reach the newspaper. So you have just this ring of newspaper on where the two boxes are together. They have cleaned out everything else, obviously, and so I like to take this paper out because it's just going to be a kind of a moisture wick, and the bees have done all that they could with it. So this is a success. The newspaper combination boosted this colony's numbers, and I have much more confidence that they are going to be able to carry through the dearth now. And because we're late getting to the dearth, we're already second week of July. Because they're kind of late getting to the dearth, hopefully we're going to be early coming out of the dearth then, in as far as like time span goes. So hopefully we have a shorter dearth this year, and the bees can get started in August, September. If we get a little bit more rain and we get some goldenrod in this area, some asters, some things that we get a little fall bloom, that would be awesome. We've had extra rain this year, so hopefully that continues and they can build up nice and strong. We might even get a little extra summer/fall honey from these hives this year, and that would be awesome because I really enjoy the taste of the darker honey. Okay, everything looks great. That's what newspaper combination is supposed to do, combine two colonies that need a little boost, and together they are much better off. Everybody be blessed.